so hospitable. I'll be hiking in the mountains here, and a woman will be out hanging up her clothes on her balcony, and she yells down, "Coffee?" They're trying to say coffee. And so a total stranger's inviting me in for coffee, which I always take them up on that.
So you said you got proposed to over Google Translate?
Yes. And I've been proposed to by the son-in-law of a man that I'd never met.
This is Dan of 𝗥𝗵𝗄𝗡, and today we're lucky to have Rosanna on the channel. She's an American living overseas, and she's going to tell us about where she is and what life is there, what life is like there. Rosanna, welcome to the channel. It's a real pleasure to meet you virtually.
Hello.
Rosanna, where are you from? And
I'm from the United States. Born and raised there. I traveled quite a bit around in the States, so my last home was Hot Springs, Arkansas.
Why did you decide to leave the United States?
I was the sole care of my mother, who died of Alzheimer's. And at the end of that, I was emotionally, physically, and even financially devastated. I needed to replace bad memories with good ones. And I love to travel, just love to travel. And adventure is probably the biggest.
So where are you now, and why did you pick it?
I'm in Batumi, Georgia, which is really Batumi Ă'gheara, Georgia. I came here from Albania. And why did I pick it? I do my research, you know. I didn't, when I was unable to leave the house taking care of my mother, I started researching, you know, probably the top 22 locations for expats. Albania and Georgia really weren't on that list, but I'm not a big city girl, and I like off the beaten path. I heard about Georgia when I was in Albania. Just seemed like the ticket to me.
You are an adventurous type, aren't you? How long have you been there in Georgia? And before that, you were in Albania. How long were you there?
I was in Albania a full year, and I've been here due to COVID. September 5th, it'll be 3 years.
Wow, that's great. So what did you think when you first got to Georgia or Albania? What were your thoughts about living outside the U.S. in such a foreign place when you first got there?
During my life before taking care of mother, I traveled many places, you know, regular Europe, like, you know, England it was called at that time. I've been to the Dominican Republic. I've probably seen more beaches than anything. I have the brown spots to prove it. You know, I really get kind of a high from traveling. You know, new place, exciting, you know, new people, new smells, new sounds. I just really kind of get off on it. You know, it's just exciting. It's adventure.
That's great. And so it sounds like it was a fairly easy adjustment for you then. You feel comfortable.
I don't feel the need to have to speak English or, you know, many of the things that other expats maybe are looking for.
So you adjust quite easily, it sounds like. So are you thinking of Georgia as a place that you'll spend the rest of your life, or is it just one along many stepping stones as you explore? What are your thoughts about timing?
Well, that's a good question. I'm kind of flying by the seat of my pants. I had 2 flights out of here, you know, and they were canceled. And so, but I've kind of gotten complacent. I told you I have a Georgian family. I live on the top floor of a family that lives below me, and they've adopted me with open arms. I mean, I've gone on vacations with them, and I don't have any family or, you know, and just a few friends left in the States, and I don't plan on ever going back there. But this might be I really do love it. 𝗥𝗲𝗄𝗡, which is, I love Georgia. I I might just, because I only pay $400 rent for a 3-bedroom, which I really do not need this big place. I could just travel from here, and my Georgian family will take care of Sable, and so I could, do that. Or I might pick up tomorrow, and I've been thinking, you can buy a car here in Georgia as a foreigner, and thinking about driving through Turkey, and I loved Albania. I have an Albanian family. I'm not sure. Don't know.
That's perfectly acceptable. I mean, I think it's sometimes in life we can over plan, and it sounds like you're just taking it a day at a time and enjoying yourself. And what a great way to live, really.
Live today, for tomorrow is uncertain. Isn't that the truth?
Yeah, we live in an uncertain world now. So when did you first think about retiring overseas? So you mentioned with your mother and whatnot, but is that the beginning of the first thoughts about it?
I traveled pretty extensively in my, when I was in my work life. But yes, when I was stuck at home, unable to leave, I started the research. I did 2 years of research before she died and I left.
Okay, let's get into some particulars that expats or future retirees always are interested in, and that is healthcare. Many retirees think that there's no healthcare outside of their home country, but in fact there are doctors all over the world. And I'm curious what your thoughts are about healthcare. Do you have insurance, or how do you think about that?
I do not have insurance, not even travel insurance. I'm pretty healthy. The food is abundant and great here. Actually, I had to go on a diet because Georgians just almost force feed you. They'll bring food right to your mouth. They're the most hospitable people in all of my travels, and I have traveled. Gosh, the healthcare, I don't know. One full blood workup. That was, what was that? 60 lari, which is basically $20. Full blood work, just to check your cholesterol and all that. Yeah. That's about as much as I want out of Western medicine, period.
So would you say people there in Georgia and or Albania are about as friendly as Americans? Or are they more friendly, less friendly? What are your thoughts about that?
Well, that probably depends on how you are. But I'll be in the grocery store, and a woman came up to me and said, "Where are you from?" And she did speak English, which there's not a lot of English spoken here. Everyone under college age is taught English, but the people my age, I'm 65, they speak Russian or Georgian, and maybe 10% speak English. And so a woman came up to me, just took my phone, put her phone number in my phone, and I want to be your friend, and very friendly to Americans. They're so proud and happy. And if you just say 𝗥𝗲𝗀𝗀, I love Georgia, they are so proud. They just are. They beam. It's really, the people are, I can't say enough about the people, really.
That's lovely. And for those of you that are not as well researched as Rosanna, Georgia over the last few years has gotten a little bit more attention. There's more people talking about it, and that's what I hear over and over again. I haven't been there myself, but I hear that it's a wonderful place. The people there are wonderful. The food that you mentioned is good. It's safe. The rent is cheap. So I'm curious, what would a 1-bedroom apartment rent for on a 1-year lease?
Well, I'm an hour's walk from the beach. I'm in 𝗤𝗏, which is the country. It's still city. There's a market at the end of the road, and it's not like country. I look out over I have a neighborhood here. I pay $400. I used to pay $200 for a 3-bedroom, fireplace, 8 jets in my tub. I love but I think I have the best deal in all of Batumi. Rents have just increased because Russians and Belarusians are coming here. Although I'm hearing a little bit about Georgians not being unkind, but not being as open to the Russians because they're for Ukraine, the Georgians. So now my rent doubled. You could look on MyHome.ge to get an idea, but Dan, you have a great video on how to find rentals. You know, if it's advertised, it's already more than what a local will charge you. I don't really know because I'm not looking for a place, so I'm not sure. But if you're overlooking the sea maybe and you're in the city center, it used to be $300 or $400 US would get you a one-bedroom furnished apartment. Now I'm not sure.
Okay. You had mentioned in one email that, for example, in the building you're in, there's a one-bedroom downstairs. How much would that rent for, just as an example?
It's furnished, and I think it's renting for $150.
Okay, so there's a range for people, and it gives people a reference point. So thank you for that. So what about utilities, gas, electric, water? What is that going to run people?
Gas, heat, and 3 burners. One is electric. So I'm not sure how the water is heated, but electric, gas, and water. And I think I told you I don't scrimp on utilities. If it's 77, I'm turning on the air conditioning. I run hotter than everybody else.
Okay. And
it's 70 degrees right now and high of 75 this week. And it will rain off and on. Highest it's ever been here in my 3 years is 86 degrees. And it snows once or twice a season. And last 1 or 2 days. I mean, everything here, there are grapes and mandarin orange trees everywhere. You can't have too cold and sustain those. So the most I've ever paid, I think, is $130. Yeah, heat is more than air conditioning.
do you buy internet at home, or do you use your hotspot?
I have Wi-Fi. It's 25 𝗲 per month, and you can basically divide by 3. I hate to use the word cheap because that implies quality, but inexpensive. Let's say inexpensive. My phone is 30 𝗲 per month, so about $10. Full everything, full, unlimited.
What would you say average for you all in a 3-bedroom with fireplace and all that? What's it running you a month, just roughly?
Just for not including my shopping habits.
Costing you to live there with.
Well, I spend as much in food as I do on my rent. Because like I said, I feed the animals meat and I take food to a disabled neighbor. All in, even including my probably 200 a month shopping habit. Around, I don't know. I live on 1,000 a month, but probably with my shopping habits and what have you, 1,200 easy.
Great. So that's a nice reference point. What are some of the things you do for fun there? You mentioned hiking and getting to know your neighbors and stuff. What else?
I'm a daily hiker. There's 7 miles of boardwalk along the seafront, which is nice. I don't really eat out. I cook, I clean, I'm a homebody. I'm the traveling homebody. I'm gonna say I hike up these mountains every day. Just get out in nature. There are waterfalls that are close. Go out on a boat trip on the Black Sea. I mean, there's things you can do like that. There's also free dance classes on the boardwalk. I'm not a tourist trap kind of person. I spend time with neighbors. Drinking coffee.
Well, that's good. I mean, we all have our our life we enjoy living. So there's it sounds like you found your niche there and you feel comfortable with it all. So that's great. And so, do you feel safe?
I have never had a problem in here or in Albania. Very safe countries. There isn't rape here. There isn't. I don't think people even own firearms. I did have a handsy taxi driver, and I learned this phrase: 𝗪cie 𝗂𝐎, don't touch me. I read on Pinterest, and before you go someplace, you should probably always research scams and what to know before you go. And one article on Pinterest said, don't smile at a Georgian man, he might take it as an invitation. People marry young here. They are so family oriented. I mean, it's just, you grow up with your cousins, 3 generations live together. It's heartwarming. The men walk the children to school or carry the babies. It's just heartwarming, really.
So you said you got proposed to over Google Translate?
Yes. And I've been proposed to by the son-in-law of a man that I'd never met. And my Georgian family offered to find me a suitable husband so that I could stay here legally. I've never been married.
So what type of visa do you have in Georgia? And people are always curious, how long can I stay and that kind of thing.
Georgia, you're granted 360 days on arrival, no e-visa needed, no nothing needed. 20 minutes from here is the Turkey border, and you can walk in and out and reset your 360 days. Now, if you live in 𝗙𝗲, the capital, you just jump into Armenia and back. And my family is building me a home. Seriously.
What do you mean?
Is building me a home that I'll rent. What? I don't know what to say. The people are just so fantastic.
Rosanna, are you happy?
Totally. I found my joy.
And it's been a pleasure chatting with you and hearing your story. Rosanna, I'm so glad you reached out to me and told me your story. And I'm sure people enjoyed as much as I did. So thank you so much.
𝗙𝗵𝗲.
Hey, if you liked our video, please like, comment, or subscribe. Any of that would help our business. Thanks so much.
Thank you so much.
Click the link in the notes below this video to get a copy of this content. Plus, grab a free copy of my ebook, How I Fired My Boss and Traveled the World for 13 Years. While you're there, check out our catalog of retired cheap reports all over the world and our hobby income course that we just released. Thanks so much.